Good morning, everybody from Austin, Texas, and Play With Matches. We are going to cover a very serious story today because, in case you guys didn't hear, there's an election going on. Normally, we don't cover this stuff.
There is?
There is.
Oh, wow.
It's all coming down to the wire. Now, the reason that we're going to cover this in this video, where we normally stay away, is because we want to talk about a comedian named Tony Hinchcliffe. You guys may remember him. Gabrielle, you've literally seen him live twice.
Literally, I have no idea.
Oh my God. He is on with Rogan. He has a big belt buckle.
The cowboy.
Correct.
Okay.
He's not
say
like
that.
he looks more like a gay cowboy, like a fancy gay cowboy.
I like it.
That has a foul mouth.
Perfect.
But yeah, so Tony Hinchcliffe, he has the Kill Tony podcast, and
Say that.
What's that?
Say that.
Why?
Kill Tony. I would have known that.
You knew that guy is Kill Tony?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anyway, so he, so the big guy had his rally in
The boy.
That guy, the boy, had his rally at Madison Square Garden last night, and it was a sellout, and there were 75,000 people in the streets outside the rally.
Wow.
Okay, that is the kind of thing that tells you this is over. Okay, like this is over. That you want your poll? There you go. And this is also coming on the same week that the other one, the girl, tried to have her big, this is the culmination of years of planning versus they just threw me into this thing like a couple months ago because, the
other guy couldn't hold a coherent thought anymore.
Because we were planning on killing the other candidate and it didn't work out. And then, then we were going to throw him in jail. And then we realized, oh my God, we're like, nothing's working.
Yeah. And the current president could not be president again.
Which is what they wanted, because if you knock off that guy, you never have to roll out, this. You never need to show that this guy's brain doesn't work.
Yes.
So anyway, so she had hers. I don't even know if you heard about this, Gabrielle.
I did.
You heard about
the crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like which part?
That they were like booing and
But
chanting.
do you know why?
No.
Because they had Beyonce there, okay? Paid her $10 million apparently, and everyone went there expecting her to perform. And she spoke for 3 minutes and then bounced. And everyone was like, wait. Oh,
What?
You guys thought that we were here for...
A concert?
No, well, that's what they thought they were coming for. You think we came here for the girl? And they just booed, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So that is the comparison. Now, someone sent me this morning, and I was like, what? Because I watched a bunch of the MSG Rally, and this is a montage or collage of how the left-wing media covered this. Okay.
Wow.
So take a look at this real quick. Let's just let's take a look. Okay. So let's just go one at a time. Rally MSG marked with racism vitriol, projects message tying him to Hitler.
Huh.
Madison Square Garden marked by racist lewd jokes, racist Madison Square Garden rally, Madison Square Garden features. Okay, so it's all
negative.
Racism,
Yeah.
racism, misogyny, racism, vitriol, anger, all
we got
the
it.
usual,
Yeah.
the usual. Now, all of this is stemming from a set of jokes that Tony Hinchcliffe told.
Oh.
Right? And
the comedian, you mean?
right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm actually gonna do this I'm probably gonna do this on both my channels actually, because so when I had heard about the joke that the jokes that he told. Now, I obviously am of the opinion that like you can tell whatever joke, it's a joke.
Yes.
It's a joke.
It's humor, yeah.
Right? So I read them and I'm like, oh, get out of here, dude. I know exactly what he was trying to do, right? Like, because there were jokes about like Latinos and Puerto Ricans and stuff.
Okay.
What he's trying to do is demonstrate like our side could joke with each other. Like this is like funny.
Yeah.
Then I watched it and I was like, man.
It wasn't good.
No. It's not racist. Let me just make sure I'm clear on that.
Okay.
My opinion, his style, which is so dry, right? Like just so dry for this event. And he's like the first one out. And like, even like the Trump people are like, yeah, we didn't know he was going to say that stuff. It was like, This is the wrong time to do it.
How do you not run your set by everyone?
Because they don't do that, dude. They're just like, this is freedom here, man. Do what you got to do.
I guess.
It's not that bad, just for the record. It's not like that.
Are we allowed
bad.
to watch it? Or
yeah,
no?
we're going to watch it right
Okay.
now. And here it is right now. Let's watch.
Wow, isn't this special? 17 years ago, I was sleeping in my car behind the Comedy Store in LA, and I'm proud to say this is my 4th time performing at Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena in the damn world. The American dream, alive and well, right here. This is very different than I'm used to performing, though. I'm used to nighttime with people drinking, not so many babies in the crowd, and people that are obviously only here for Lee Greenwood tonight. Normally, I don't make my political beliefs a known thing. It's divisive for a comedian to do that, but just know I sleep well at night knowing who I'm voting for. Yeah. When I lay down and my head hits my pillow. It is a fantastic pillow, by the way. I was staying at Four Seasons up by Central Park one night, and I laid my head down, and it felt so good, and I thought to myself, what a nice pillow. I have a little bit of money now. I could buy a good pillow. And I took the pillowcase off, and there it was. My pillow, my pillow, my pillow. And damn it, I bought 4 of them. And if you use the promo code KILLTONY, you can also buy 4 My Pillows. There's serious stuff happening, people. I live in the great state of Texas now. 18 years in Ohio, 20 years in California, and I got to see California turn to absolute horrendous thing. And traveling the world, I got to see San Francisco turn into one of the most demented cities, one of the greatest downfalls I've ever seen. And that is where the other candidate worked for 2 decades. And it's absolutely wild to see. And in Texas, stuff is really, really crazy. We're right there by a wide open border. Where are my proud Latinos at tonight? You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them. It's absolutely incredible. Believe it or not, people, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this. It's wild. And these Latinos, they love making babies too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country. Republicans are the party with a good sense of humor. Free speech is under attack, people.
See, I hope that's I know that's what he's doing.
100%.
Like obviously it's what he's doing. But the reason why I'm like is only because this is an election. Like for me, I'm like, I don't want there to even be a shred of chance that there's some undecided person who's Latino and they're like, hey, you know, hey, I don't like making babies. You know what I mean? Like, it's obviously like a joke, you know, but like I'm talking about the context of where he is right now and his sense of, like, the way he delivers jokes, because I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, it's dry. Yeah,
it's just like
dry. Yes.
But some people do not understand dry humor.
It's
like
true.
they could hear this and just kind of be like, well, I'll give you a perfect example.
Well, the sound bites don't work. That's the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then and he keeps going like a little bit and then hence why you get those headlines that are all
Yeah. Well, of course the left
dude.
whiny crybaby media.
That's why you don't give them that.
Yeah.
Don't give it to
it
them.
It was
Don't give
fuel
it to
for
them.
their fire. 100%.
Don't
You're
give
right.
it to them.
Yeah.
And you don't need to, dude. This is like everybody is here to go crazy. He could go out there and be like, my shirt is red.
Yeah.
Because I love blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah. Like you don't need to do anything special. Like
all he had to say, is Trump is the best. Over and over and over.
He is the best. And
Yeah.
I am American. And they're like, we're American too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's watch because it
gets worse.
Goes to show, and each week I get updates what words we're allowed to use and not use anymore. It's happening right now the past few years. It's a real thing. And, used to be able to tell people to Google stuff. My mom's a boomer in the state of Ohio, and there's no convincing her of anything. She's eating the cats. She's eating the dogs. They're eating the pets up there. It is absolutely wild times. It really, really is. And, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody. This isn't exactly a perfect comedy setup. There's some people here. All right. Very good.
See?
Yeah.
Like, dude, you called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage.
Yeah.
Why? There. You know what I mean? It's just dumb. Like, it's just like, this is just common sense for me, where I would have been like, listen, good joke. In your set, dude, all day long. At the final finale, MSG sold out rally that that the left-wing journalists are going to be sitting here just waiting for any soundbite that they can get that they'll misrepresent. Like, if you're on our side, they misrepresent anything. And you call Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Of course that was going to blow up in our face. Like, it's like, I don't know, man. I'll give you another perfect example of like how I look at this entire thing. Like, so I see everything that's going on as a war for hearts and minds. Mm-hmm. That is why, so I did Destiny's Show, then I did Young Turks. In both cases, I don't go hard at those guys on purpose because, okay, so soundbite of whatever, don't care. You know who cares about sound bites? They're like, this guy punked this guy. People on the side of the person they think is the one, and they're immovable. They're completely immovable.
Of course.
I am trying to take people who are like, they think they're on one side, but they're not like fully dug in, and then show it's like, oh wow, like I like that guy. And you're not going to get there insulting the person that you're talking to. Like, so if you insult them, they're like, fuck that guy. They're not listening to you.
Exactly.
Another example would be like, when I tell people that I voted for Obama before and then I switch sides, they're like, oh my God, dude. And I'm like, okay, guys, listen.
Yeah.
You want as many of me as possible. You want me telling everyone that.
Exactly.
Because there are other people who voted for Obama, might be on the fence, and they're like, oh, all right, so it's okay to switch sides. It's like, but
we're recruiting. We're not trying to repel. Yeah.
Okay? We're fighting a war. I don't understand how people do not understand the strategy of fighting a war. You're trying to recruit people.
People don't understand people.
Exactly.
Like, that's it.
People don't understand people. Mm-hmm. I do.
I know.
Don't question how I do shit, because I promise you there is a strategy 100% of the time.
Absolutely.
If you're on this side, I promise you there is nothing I'm saying that I have not thought through that is not with the sole intention of grabbing people on the fence and bringing them over here, because that's how we win.
It's almost like people don't understand elections and statistics and like numbers and percentages. Like, you have to make it more. How do you make it more? You bring some people over. Yeah. You don't do that by criticizing the heck out of them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you, but here's what I really do is I talk about things that I intentionally agree with them. Like, where they're like, oh, it was cool that you found common ground with them. I'm like, oh yeah, I did that because I just have such good intentions. I'm doing that to suck their little brains in, dude.
That's
like,
what you do.
It's like, they're like, oh, he agrees with that. I always do that. I told Gabrielle, dude, I got a guy in a hot tub during the pandemic. This guy was remember that? Do you know who I'm talking about? The Napa hot tub.
Talk about a soundbite. Got a guy in a hot tub.
I got a guy in a hot tub in Napa. No, it was like our whole, Jesus, pull that one. But we were at a family reunion in Napa, like our whole, like our entire extended family, me, Gabrielle, our kids, and like I was sitting in the hot tub with my kids, and there was this guy.
We were all in the hot tub.
Everyone was there. Yeah. And this doctor guy was in there too, and because this was when like there was nothing but mass and jab.
That was like our our
mask and jab,
pandemic escape place. It was that little hotel in Napa. We loved
it was the absolute, but this was the center of that time frame when everyone was like, you know, and that guy was super dug in. I can't remember exactly what I said. I said something that I knew would establish me as like, oh, okay, so he's not like one of these anti-whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just infected his fucking brain for the rest of the hour that we were talking, just with like just little things I knew. Like, it was like I broke his initial barrier down and then when he was getting out, I'm like, that dude is going to go start researching some things.
Yep.
It was like, and it's all intentional. Like, that's how we do this.
Yeah.
You don't win by yelling at people. You win by being smarter than them.
You also don't move people from point A to point B in one session. Like, that's what you're talking about is like Inception.
Yes.
Your goal is to start making them critically think about something that they just took for fact.
Yes.
And suddenly, like, they see little holes and then they start to move. No one's going from like, I'm a hardcore liberal to conservative in one conversation.
We got Anna Kasparian, you guys. Now, they did that to themselves, okay? She says, I was sexually assaulted by a bum in LA, and her own side starts screaming at her, saying that she's creating division and
people experiencing homelessness.
She's like, a guy literally, two guys assaulted me. You're worried about them, you stupid, inconsistent fucking morons.
Yeah.
Then she started talking to other people over here, and she's like, oh, Jesus, these guys are like totally normal. And then she found out about what happened with Kyle Rittenhouse. She's like, I covered that story. I believed what the left told me, and it was all lies. And at that point, she's done. It's just a matter of time. It's just a slow unwinding of all the rest. And she's like, oh, they really were the bad guys all along. It's like, yes, you were. You, not they, you were the bad guys.
Yeah.
You got some fucking making up to do, Anna Kasparian, which she has. She's like, I'm done with the left. It's like, booyah, son.
Welcome.
Yeah. But that's why I think the Kill Tony thing was like, bro.
It's not the best showing.
You know they're going to do
place.
this. You had to know they were going to do this.
Yeah.
And he was the very first person out there.
He set the tone.
Yeah. And so everybody who watched the whole thing, they're like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously it is that. But like, if you've got the campaign itself, like, hey, we did not vet what he was going to say, we didn't whatever. Like,
that's their fault, man.
You know, yeah. But I mean,
gotta say, like, they should have vetted his set.
Dude.
It would have taken 5 minutes.
They don't have a huge, like.
It would have taken 5 minutes for someone to read it.
Maybe.
It was not a good move.
Maybe. Either way, Tony Hinchcliffe is a stud. This was just like the wrong place for that joke.
Yeah.
You know?
Wrong place, wrong time.
I know exactly what he's a comedian. Like, the comedians are like, fuck these people trying to tell us what we can joke about.
But that's a comedian's whole world, is like the gray area and saying things that are, that they create, I don't know, a feeling in people. Like they create, you make fun of people. And I don't understand.
An island of floating garbage, and it's called Puerto Rico. That's one of those jokes. He does those jokes that are like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
You know, like that's one of his like mainstay style jokes. Just like, maybe not this
Not
one.
there.
Not there. So you agree with me?
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And I really like him. That was just not.
I like him. I liked him 10 out of 10 before. I liked him 10 out of 10 right now.
Yeah.
Just this is a decision I would have advised.
But I also don't blame him. I blame whoever put on this event. Someone should have read his set.
That's fair.
That's who I hold responsible, honestly.
That's fair. And that sure as hell ain't the big guy, because he doesn't read shit, dude.
Can you imagine?
He's like, dude, yeah. He's got, that guy works. That's
27 hours a day.
That's what Rogan was saying. He's like, dude, this guy came in, didn't go to the bathroom, didn't drink water, nothing. Sat down, went 3 straight hours with me. No breaks, no bathroom, no drink, no nothing. Got up, bounced. No bathroom, no drink, no nothing. He's a machine.
Mm-hmm. Crazy town.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That's what we got. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.